So when it comes to your YouTube studio setup, this is something that quite often starts simple and then over time it gets more and more complex and time consuming. And I think for the majority of us creators out there, we really want something that is simple, versatile, and affordable as well. And so today I'm going to be showing you my $100 YouTube studio setup, and it's basically going to be right here, and it's going to allow me to easily sit down, turn things on, and start creating content. And so the setup that we're going to be looking at is for my desktop. So this is my current desktop studio setup, and whenever I'm shooting videos where I'm sitting in front of this, then I just have this camera, and I also have it on a tripod and some lights. But I also create content where I'm just sitting here, and this is the webcam that I was using before, and this is a setup that most people have. But I also have a camera right here with the HDMI, and I also use this mini tripod right here, which I can move around and I can also adjust as well. And even though this works, it is not the most convenient setup. And at the same time, if I did want to shoot at different angles, it makes it really difficult because of the tripod. And so that is the problem that I have. And now I'm going to show you my new $100 all-in-one desktop setup. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's open the box. And this is what we have. This is actually the Ulanzi. This is boom arm mic, your entire studio setup for your desktop. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this here looks like an extension. And then here we have 3 different arms, it looks like, which is nice. Wow, okay. So that's one arm. And here is another arm right here. So these go for different types of devices, but you could also adjust these as well. So this one looks like this is going to be for your microphone, as you can see there. And then this one looks like it's going to be for your camera or whatever else that you want to put on that thread. And then this one right here, this is the base right here, and you actually put that on your table right here, and that looks pretty large, so it's going to fit a majority of table sizes. You go ahead and tighten that. There's some rubber portions right here as well, and there is an extension portion right here. And then here we actually have the third arm, and this one looks like you could put other items like maybe some lights, and here is another part of it as well right here. Yeah, so this is great. It gives you a lot more flexibility. And then also right here we also get this right here, which is an adjustable ball mount, which is really nice, and also has like a quick release as well, it seems like. So this is going to be great for cameras, and overall this has a really solid feel. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything out so you can see everything at once. Okay, so we have everything laid out, and the great thing is they provide you with practically everything you need to set up your desktop. So the first thing is the base right here. So as I showed you a little bit earlier, you basically mount this on your table. And then here is then extender right here. You put this on top. And then let's go ahead and look at the arms, and I'll come back to this right here. So the first arm is this right here. This looks like it's going to be for the camera. However, you can put whatever accessory you want. And it has a thread right here. This is a standard thread, which is great. And another really awesome thing that they did is provide you with this adjustable mount, which you could actually put on top of this. And what I really like about this is a few things. The first thing is you can move this around. You see this ball head right here? This is really great. You could tighten it. There's also a balancer here as well. And then here on top of this, you could slide this back and forth. This is really nice. I'm so glad that they provided this. Otherwise, you'd basically be stuck with this where it's only one angle. Whereas with this, you're able to adjust where your camera's facing. And then these other arms, this one is going to be for your microphone, but obviously you can use it for whatever else you want. And then finally, we have this other one, which you could actually connect together, and it looks like there's 2 of them. So this is great. So it allows you to put more accessories. Like I'm going to be using one of these for lights. And there's also this right here where you could put this in here. And then once you have this, you could put another accessory right there. So a lot of flexibility there. And then there's one final thing, and I'm not really sure what it's there for, but it's this right here. So maybe if you had some other accessory where you could slide things in and out, you could use this as well. And so that's what it looks like, but we'll see once we go ahead and set this up. Okay, so I'm actually gonna mount this behind my monitor versus on the side of the table. And the thing is, the table that I'm currently using is a super cheap Walmart table. This is actually made for picnics, and I haven't yet upgraded my table. So during the making of this video, I actually did finally upgrade my table to something better. And so I had no issues mounting the Ulanzi desktop stand on this new table. So this arm right here, which I thought was gonna be for the lights, is actually for the camera. And so earlier I had this on here and I didn't know what it was for. You could actually use this for another different plate, a quick release plate. And if you didn't want to use that, you could take the adjustable mount and just screw it on here. And this is actually for your camera. And this arm, which I thought was for my camera, is actually for any other accessory like lights. And so let's go ahead and redo that. Thankfully, this makes it really easy for you to just slide and then tighten. So let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, so there is the setup. So as you can see here, I got my microphone right here. I do have my light right here. And then I have my camera over here. And so I might have to adjust this later on, but as I showed you a little bit earlier, it does make it really easy to adjust. And also, I highly recommend, if I didn't state it earlier, that you get a nicer table than what I have, because that is important. And in terms of your camera, I wouldn't recommend having really big camera with heavy lenses. So this is a smaller micro four thirds camera. And if you had a full frame camera, then you might want to use smaller lenses, because unfortunately, this particular stand, it probably can't take the weight of those heavier cameras and then keep it still. But we'll go ahead and try that later whenever I use this a little bit more, and I'll try my Sony a7 IV in there. But for right now, my Panasonic G85 is the camera I have in here. And for this setup, I'm basically gonna leave it alone. That's really how I want it. I don't want to have to remove stuff, add new things. I just want to sit down and go ahead and start using it. So let's go ahead and see how this looks like. So mounting your camera on here is super easy to do. All you have to do is put this plate on where your thread is, and then you simply slide the plate on top of this. Then you tighten it, and then you are good to go. And it's also super easy for you to take the camera off and on whenever you need to. So one thing that's really great about this is the fact that you can adjust this to actually shoot vertical videos. So all I have to do is loosen this, move it down, tighten it, and there you go, vertical video. All right, so now I got this entire Ulanzi desktop mount set up with all the accessories, and I am so happy because now my camera's right here. But if I wanted to adjust it, I can. I could change it, move left or right, closer or further, or I could also change the position of my camera up, down, however I want it. So hopefully that didn't make you too dizzy. And then also for my microphone, this is so cool that I finally have a mic arm right here. So if I wanted to use this microphone, I can, and I still have my other microphone over here, but with this, I could easily adjust it, move it around as I need it. And then finally, my lights, I have it up here above my camera. I can move it closer to me, further away. And if I wanted to, I could also move the arms up and down. So all of these options really makes things super easy for me to just sit down, create, and I could make adjustments as I need it. And if I wanted to make upgrades in the future, add additional accessories or arms, I could do that as well. So I can't tell you how awesome it is to have an all-in-one desktop mount that is easy, it's functional, and it works. So that is my review of the Ulanzi all-in-one desktop mounting solution. And as you can probably tell, I am really happy with how things turned out, because this entire setup really saves me a lot of time and also money, because I don't have to buy all these separate items. And so for the price that you're paying, you get a lot of flexibility, functionality, and quality at a really great value. And so if you're somebody like myself who doesn't want to spend a lot of time doing setup and you just want to create, this is probably going to be one of the best options out there. So if you actually had any thoughts on this or any other type of desktop mounting solutions that you've enjoyed, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to support my channel and get this same mounting solution, then I will leave an affiliate link in the description area below.